Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Monday. It is Monday, June the 15th. Angel number 111 could be very significant because I literally just looked at the time like a minute ago and it said 110. So, and I don't have my watch. Usually I'll wear my watch, but for some reason I left my watch at home. So anyways, I'm like, let me look at the time and see what time it is because I've been doing some videos out here for a while. So I did like, let me see, maybe 4 messages so far. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this will be the 4th message. I did 4 messages so far today, so let's see what shows up in this message or reading today. This is using my personalized deck. As you guys know, these are decks that I've made from scratch myself. So let's see what shows up in these messages for you guys. And then what I might do is I think I might do an extra reading. Maybe I'll see how the time goes. Because usually I like to post at this time or like around 2-3 o'clock, but it is what it is. Sometimes it's good to go with the flow. Okay, but let's see what messages you might need to know for today. Okay, guys. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time for June 15th? What clarity can you give them at this time? Thank you. So we have fast cars. Okay, fast cars could talk about transportation, travel, movement. Movement could be significant because when I used my Prism Oracle deck for today, that showed up. Okay, movement. But there's something about escaping, okay, when it comes to dealing with stagnancy. Now, some of you guys could feel like the energy right now is very stagnant, okay, like when it comes to movement or wanting results and things like that, that could be significant. So if you feel like the energy is stagnant, there's something about moving your body, moving around the energy. This could be like if you're at home going outside, right? Like you guys know that I do my readings at home, but if I can't, I'm outside, okay, as an example, right? So there's things like that that could be significant, that could be helping you right now to help move the energy that's around you. Okay, it says you've done it, celebrate. So there's something that you've done, like I said, when it comes to achievements and celebrations. Okay, so take what resonates with that, but there's something about you doing something at this time. Okay, we have deliveries that are significant. Okay, like I said, movement. Okay, movement. This is about manifestations, being in flow. Opportunities and alignment are very significant for some of you guys. And also green hair could be significant. You could have green hair, you could be dyeing your hair green. Green wigs could be significant as well. Okay, guys, let me just get comfortable because I'm sitting in the back of the car. Green wigs could be significant at this time. Also, when it comes to like your crown and your heart chakra and your third eye, there's something about the color green where you guys could be healing when it comes to love. Okay, healing energy, grounding energy. Like I said, you guys could be also renewing or going through like some type of renewal, but there's something about balance, okay, when it comes to love and compassion. So take what resonates with that. Some of you guys could be in situations where you're finding self-love, or you're just learning to love on yourself more, or the people that genuinely do care about you around in your energy. So it's like if people don't understand your sentiments or how you feel about certain things, it's almost like you guys are attracting people who do understand you. Okay, so we have straight, loose hair. Okay, curl type. This is about your hair, but this could also be like antennas. Okay, something about you being alert right now when it comes to like spiritual energy is very significant for some of you guys. Like I mentioned before, crown chakra energy is very significant. We also have new car. Okay, so like I said, when it comes to movement, yeah, you guys are taking control when it comes to like movement and new beginnings. It's like if you feel like the energy is stagnant, you'll make things move. Okay, you'll make things shift basically. Okay, so yeah, roses. Buy yourself some roses, you deserve it. Self-love. Okay, there's something about tender care or tendencies, right, when it comes to being tender with yourself, tenderness, and also receiving. Okay, so like heart chakra energy, which talks about love. So I did say this before, when it comes to green hair, that is significant, right? Like I said, if you guys were feeling like the energy is stagnant, it's because you guys are in reflection at this time. Okay, so some of you guys could be resting more, some of you guys could have rested a lot of recently. There's something about spiritual renewal, growth, growth, that is also significant. So if you guys were dealing with stagnant situation or stagnancy, or feeling like things were like at a standstill, or things were not moving the way that you were hoping it to, there's a reason. Okay, winter could be significant. Now this winter coming up in the next few months could be significant for some of you, but if not, this could be talking about the energy right now, like currently in the present time or present moment, where some of you guys, like I said, you guys could be feeling this stagnant energy, or feeling like things are just just not budging. But the more that you move your energy, the more you may realize things start to flow. So it's almost like water being stuck at a well, if you guys get the analogy, right? Or like, when a beaver has a dam, because beavers hate to see running water, so it's almost like a dam and the water's just flowing, but it's just stuck, right? Water trines could be very significant in astrology for somebody, like their horoscopes and stuff like that. But there's something about a water dam being stuck and the water's just flowing, but it's still stuck. And it's like somebody taking out a stick, right, or pulling out whatever from that dam, and then the water just flushing. That's significant too. So there's something about flow that is very significant. So take what resonates with that too. Let me see what else shows up, and then if anything, I'll use my other deck. Yeah, so we have Taurus energy. Okay, persistence. Like I said, beavers are significant, like I said, because when it comes to beavers hate running water. They will stop that water from running for the life of them. Okay, that's their job. That's what they're supposed to do. So there's something about your drive, okay, your energy when it comes to persistence, trustworthiness, building security. There's something about luxury energy too that's significant, where you guys could be somebody who loves luxury, or luxury is something that is like in your birthright, okay? Because like I said, your birth chart could be significant. We also have Capricorn energy here as well. Okay, so there's something about earth energy, grounding energy at this time, stability, and also when it comes to you stepping into your masculine, feminine energy, okay? Funny how I just said masculine, feminine energy. Divine feminine energy showed up as well. So you could be a divine feminine, and you guys could be, doing both, okay, being in your masculine and feminine. There's something about your intuition and creativity, and also nurturing energy when it comes to ancestors and guides. You guys are somebody that could be connected to your ancestors and guides, okay? There's something about guidance and protection that you guys are receiving, and that could be something that you guys are aware, okay, when it comes to your crown chakra. We also have Scorpio at the bottom of the deck, so that could also be significant too. There's something about Scorpio energy, because there's something about you being passionate, or there's something about you having intense energy, okay, being determined when it comes to like your emotions. And also when it comes to endings and new beginnings are very significant. You guys could be separating yourself from certain people, places, and things, okay? Take what resonates with that too. But yeah, we have the 28th. So somebody could be born on the 28th. Take what resonates with that. December 28th could be significant. And also April 28th could be significant. Okay, but the 28th may resonate. June 28th could also be significant, but there's something about that date that may resonate for somebody. Okay, we have initials N. So take what resonates with that. And keep in mind, this could be a state, a country, a province, a first name, middle name, last name. Take what resonates. We have the 25th. Okay, so even Christmas could be significant. Somebody could be born on Christmas, December 25th or April 25th. Take what resonates. June 25th could be significant. We have the 8th, okay. August could be significant, or somebody could be born on the 8th, depending on if you have Capricorn or Taurus placements. We have initials L. Okay, let's see. Someone's initials could be NL or LN. Doesn't have to be, but like I said, this could be a country, a state, whatever, province, okay? And then we also have initials I. Okay, when something's like nil and void, like NIL, nil and void, that could be significant too. I don't know why I picked that up. Even for short form linen could be significant. Like somebody could wear a lot of linen, and that could be significant too. But take what resonates, okay guys? But there's something about those initials specifically that could be significant. Like I said, this could be someone's first name, middle name, last name, okay? Or like I said, this could be a state, a country, province, city, okay? Anything, okay? But there's something about that is significant. Even dreams are significant, and I wanted to mention this too. I don't know why, but for some reason I had this weird dream where I saw the spelling. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's like Icada, Icada, ICADA. And when I looked it up, it was an organization when it comes to like veterinarians. Okay, some people who like to do veterinarian work or being a veterinarian or something like that. And I thought it was really interesting because I'm like, okay, I don't have pets. I don't have any animal whatsoever. Like, why would I be dreaming this? And I keep forgetting that I do messages. I keep forgetting I do messages for the collective. Okay, in that sense. So that could be significant for somebody, that spelling. And you can Google it if you guys want, because I was doing a little research before the last few days. And I'm like, what is this dream about? Like, it was weird. It was a real weird dream. It's like sitting in an office with people and just being in an organization. So ICADA could be significant, okay? So Paris is significant. Some of you guys could be from Paris. You don't have to be. But there's something about light, intellectualism, and also inspiration, and also attachments are significant, okay? When it comes to like achievements. So you guys could be attached to something which is allowing you to achieve at this time. And when I say attachments, I mean your light. Your light could be attached to something which is allowing you to achieve new things, okay? You guys could be shining light on certain things. We have hermit mode as well. And that could be also significant too, where you guys could feel, like I said, you guys are retreating, okay? With the card winter, there's something about stillness, retrieving, introspection, okay? Recharge. There's something about solitude and inner work that is significant, okay? So take what resonates with that. For some of you guys, Dragon Ball is very significant. And in one of my readings that I did for you guys today, which was the oh my gosh, what is it called again? Because I just used it not too long ago. Yeah, talking to heaven. Yeah, the talking to heaven deck that I used today, there's a card that had sunflowers on it, and it's very interesting because sunflowers are coming out again, okay, in this message. And sunflowers, like I said, when I see that, I think of solar plexus energy, because again, the sun is significant. The sun, light, okay? This is about divine personal growth, truth, loyalty, and strength, okay? This card says, I want to say I'm sorry. So not sure who this is. Somebody could be coming towards you when it comes to humility, or they could be wanting to apologize to you. Now, like I said, just because someone wants to apologize to you doesn't mean that you have to allow them back in your energy. Now, another thing I was going to say to you guys too, when it comes to spirituality, some of you guys who have inner knowing, sometimes people apologize to people because they like to hear how they sound. I'm sorry. It sounds cold, but it's true. Sometimes people just like to hear how they sound, okay? Sometimes people just like to hear themselves talk, okay? When it comes to apologies, like, they're apologizing, but it's like, what are they apologizing for? Do they know what they're apologizing for, or are they just apologizing just so that they can come back into your good graces? Now, some people do apologize. They genuinely mean it. It's authentic. You can move forward. That's understandable. But usually when people apologize, people assume that because they apologize to you that, you know, everything's going to go back to normal, or, you know, I should be back in your energy. And it's like, it doesn't work like that. You can apologize if you want, but that does not necessarily mean that you or that person has to take you back, or you and that person does not have to be in your energy. Sometimes people just want closure for themselves. It's not even about them apologizing to what they did to you or how they treated you. So have discernment about that. Now, when it comes to forgiveness, maybe you forgave this person, but sometimes forgiving doesn't mean that you forget. And so that is why some of you may have your distance or your boundaries and things like that. That's significant, okay? So yeah, be very cautious about that, okay? When it comes to that energy. I'm trying to find space to put the cards because I'm finishing with this deck so I can find the other deck that I can use for the next message. But let's see here. I have a few cards that did come out, so just bear with me, you guys. Yeah, so we have here public transportation. Okay, this is about movement, travel, okay, transitions. Someone coming towards you with truth and clarity. Like I said, confrontation is significant. Honesty is significant, okay? So take what resonates with that. We have throat chakra energy. Communication is significant. So like I said, when it comes to somebody wanting to apologize, there's something about expression or truth. Like I said, your authenticity could be very triggering to somebody in your energy. That's why I said have discernment and be careful, because sometimes people just do things because they know your light. With Paris showing up, they know your light, they know your energy, they know who you are as a soul or divine being. So please, 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 please be careful. Please have discernment. Obviously, I'm not saying this to fearmonger anybody or scare anybody, but it's true. A lot of times people just do things so that they can get back in your energy, and they think everything's honky-dory and okay. And sometimes that's not the case, okay? So you will know, okay? You will know if that person is genuine versus if they're not, okay? We have, can I pick you up tonight? So this is about closeness, invitations, okay? Could be significant. Somebody could be wanting to invite you somewhere, or there's something about somebody wanting to be in your energy, like I said, when it comes to connections. But there is something about root and heart chakra energy that is significant, okay, guys? So let's see if I can get a few cards from this deck. Ooh. Yeah, we have the key holder. Now, for some of you guys that resonate with this message, like I said, you guys could have the keys to a lot of information and knowledge, whether this is like through experiences, books, okay, whatever the case is. And a lot of times people feel like because they have a title, they think that they know more than the collective, and they don't. Okay, you could have the experiences that you've gone through, doesn't matter how old or young you are, and you could have someone in your energy who thinks that because they're the authoritative figure, the guardian, the manager, the this, the that, the title, okay, is in itself. It's like, oh, I'm the big dog. You know, someone could feel like, oh, well, I'm the big dog and I can say and do whatever I want, and I can do this and say this and blah, 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 and nobody will know, nobody will see, it will never come back to me. And people don't realize that karma works in very, very mysterious ways, okay? Karma does not miss any door or location. If it's meant to happen, it will happen in its own terms. Whether if somebody did you dirty, that doesn't matter. It will always come back to them, no matter how it comes back to them. This could be their own thoughts. This could be someone else doing it to them. It doesn't matter. Karma does not miss. Okay, so if someone's trying to find ways to get back in your energy because they think that they'll release whatever karma that they have, or whatever they've done to you, it doesn't work like that. Okay, whatever's done was already done. That's their responsibility to take accountability of how they treated you, or how they spoke to you, or how they, you know, did you, okay? And that's not your job to, you know, make anyone feel comfortable because of how they made you feel. If you feel like that person disrespected you and you want no ties with them or nothing to do with them, that's your prerogative, okay? That's how you feel in that moment. Nobody should force anybody to, you know, do something they don't want to do because someone else wants to do it. That's their prerogative and that's yours, okay? So you are the key holder, okay? There's something about access. You are the one that holds information because you have access, insight, and truth. Someone in your energy who thought they knew more than you, or thought they knew it all because of their title or whatever position that they were in their lifetime, okay, they thought they knew more than you, but actually you were the one that knew more, okay? So take what resonates with that. Yeah, we have tingling, spirit nearby, energy movement, okay, and then also public transportation came out in cars, fast cars, okay? So there's something about energy movement, presence, activation, and guidance that is very significant. Like I said, there's something about your energy, okay? We have dream fragment, messages from guides, dreams, symbols, and subconscious, okay? Like I said, there's something about your dreams and visions, okay, that is significant. Paying attention to the signs that you're receiving when it comes to spirit, okay, or the divine. We have quiet confidence, okay? Inner knowing without noise, certainty, calm, strength, and truth, okay? So even trusting that whatever this is that you guys are dealing with, trusting that everything will work out the way it's supposed to, because you are the one that has the energy when it comes to, like I said, there's something about a flicker of light. There's something about hope, insight, and breakthrough. You have the keys, okay? I'm just going to close that because it's going to get a little loud because of the truck. But you hold the keys, or you have the keys when it comes to certain dynamics and aspects that you guys could have dealt with, okay? And that is the problem with people. People think that because they have the title, so say that's a boss or a parent, okay, or a guardian or someone who thinks that they have more authority over you, but really you have spiritual authority, okay? But there's something about a breakthrough or like some type of flicker of light when it comes to breakthroughs that are very significant. So take what resonates with that. That is also confirmation, okay? For some of you guys are dealing with something, like I said, when it comes to dealing with people, places, and things, okay? There's something about your energy where there's some type of insight that you're receiving, and it's almost like you can see that there's a little hope. Yeah, we have diverging paths, okay? Choice, separation, redirection. Some of you guys are being redirected at this time because you guys are going through some type of upgrade, okay? This upgrade that you're going through, it's like a light body upgrade that you guys are dealing with right now. So you guys are very sensitive to energy right now. Some of you guys are very sensitive also to like the energetic changes that are happening around you. So even the slightest pin drop, okay, you guys are hearing that, okay? That could be really annoying. Like there's just certain things that could be triggering at this time because your energy is so sensitive to sound and noise and frequency, okay? So just know it's not you, okay? Straight hair came out again. Something to do with straight, loose hair. Simplicity, smoothness, clarity, directness, and flow, okay? I don't know if somebody feels like when they wear their hair out, it's like they receive more clarity, okay? Something to do with curly hair, straight hair, that kind of stuff. It's like when you wear your natural hair out, doesn't matter what hair texture you have, there's something about your crown and you connecting more. Some of you guys could be protecting your crown a lot, but there's also something about your crown chakra, okay? Car and vehicle, again, movement, independence, progress, direction. Like again, you guys are diverging paths, so you're being redirected at this time. Moon energy is significant, especially with the new moon. Take what resonates with that. There's something about personal needs and also privacy, okay? Something about security is significant. We also have Libra energy, okay? So take what resonates. This is about, you know, being intelligent, okay? Justice is very significant too. We have the sun, okay? So something about ego, all right? Something to do with vitality and also individuality. But like I said, when it comes to leadership and the father, okay? Sun energy, like I said, there's something about solar plexus energy, okay, that's significant. And I mentioned something about this too. Something about your energy, there's like this brightness about you, okay? You could be dealing with somebody who has like a Libra sun or a Libra moon, okay? Yeah, boundaries. You guys could be saying no to somebody, okay, when it comes to boundaries. So somebody could be in denial when it comes to your energy because you guys are protecting your energy. We have one day, okay? Something to do with you saying no about something because you guys are protecting your energy at this time. Somebody in your energy could feel like your boundaries are up because there's a reason why, okay? So someone could be very delusional. Pluto energy, transformation, yeah. Something could be happening in one day because you said no to somebody. And that's because of the new moon that's happening right now at this time in Gemini and Cancer. So something to do with air placements could be very significant. Scorpio showed up and there was Scorpio at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so take what resonates with that. And then we also have Virgo at the bottom of the deck. And then we have prayers being answered. So there's some type of transformation that you guys are going through or dealing with at this time. That is, that is very significant. Take what resonates with that. But there's something, like I said, when it comes to you guys dealing with your power or stepping into your power, you are ending something, okay? Pluto and Scorpio could be significant. Like I said, that could be a whole collective of people or a generation. It doesn't have to be an individual, but there's something about your power or there's something about everybody going through the same patterns when it comes to dealing with people who feel like they have authority or people who think that they have more than you, but really spiritually you have more than them, okay? So I'll just read these cards and then end the message. But we have Marigold, protection, healing, warmth, sacred offerings, and remembrance, okay? Then we have London. This is about tradition, legacy, and history. Something about your structure is significant and you influence other people when it comes to responsibility, or even taking responsibility is significant. We have Horse, okay? Freedom, strength, okay, stamina, and spiritual journey. Like I said, freedom has been showing up very heavily in the messages as of today, and there's something about feeling free, feeling free, having freedom, spreading your wings, being able to do certain things that people could be looking at you and saying, well, why does the collective get to do that and I can't? Well, you know what? A lot of times when I look at it is, if somebody really felt like they really wanted to do something, they could have. Okay, yes, sometimes people go through certain things where family and friends try to control them, you know, and then they come around and think they can control you, but you are the generational curse breaker. You break curses, okay? And that's significant. We have Tokyo, okay? So there's something about industries that could be significant, okay, but there's something about fast movement, okay, taking risk when it comes to opportunity. Now, modern life could be very significant too. I don't know why I thought of the show Modern Family. That could be significant as well, like if someone likes to watch TV or like old TV shows, okay? And hibiscus is significant when it comes to passion, okay, exotic energy and attraction. So Venus energy could be significant too, okay guys? But yeah, I'm gonna end it here. Please take what resonates. Thank you guys for the love and the support. I appreciate you guys as always, and I hope to see you guys in the next reading or video. You know, follow me on YouTube and TikTok, like you guys already know that I do post on both of those platforms. And like I said, if you guys have any questions about readings or booking a reading or anything like that, everything is in the description down below of the video. All right guys, I love you guys, and I hope to see you guys in the next reading. All right guys, well, I hope you guys have a good Monday, but if I see you again, I see you again, but if not, have a wonderful Monday. I love you guys, and yeah, have a good one. Bye guys.